Hello and welcome back to chapter 11 in the Dreamweaver series, and this chapter is all about building a contact form. In this video we're going to be starting to add form elements to create a form. Now, a form is not a form until elements or fields are added, so the user is able to provide information to you. These elements are text fields, checkboxes, radio buttons, list menus, and buttons. Now, text fields accept alphanumeric text entries in single or multiple line formats or in passwords such as bulleted format. Checkboxes allow the user to make as many choices as they want from a list of options. Radio buttons allow only mutually exclusive choices, in that selecting one radio button deselects all others in the group. List menus permit the selection of single or multiple items from a scrolling list, whereas jump menus allow you to set each option from a scrolling list to link to a document or file. Buttons perform actions when clicked. You can assign the default submit or reset action to buttons or define other processing tasks in a script. A good way to understand all the options available in Dreamweaver for adding elements to forms is to add them to the form which we're going to be creating. So let's go and do that. And let's start by adding text fields, as this is the most common type of form field. Here, users can enter anything such as names, credit cards and numbers, etc. So let me show you how to do that. As always, what we need to do is to make sure that we have our root file sorted out. So what I've gone and done is I've gone and got my yearly lesson on my desktop, and I've already gone and done it, but just to remind you, you would have to go to Site, and you would have to go to New Site. Once you're in New Site, put Dreamweaver 11 Lessons up here. Click on this folder, go and find your Year 11 folder. It may or may not be on your desktop, but you'll need to do that. Okay, so I'm assuming that you've done this at least 10 times, so you've now gone and got your Dreamweaver Year 11 Lessons shown down here. Right, so what we need to go and do is in fact open up this page, and that's going to be form-based HTML. So let's double click on that, and up comes this rather attractive page. Now what we'll have to do first of all is we've got to create a form. So I want to go and click to the left of the word name and go and click on form. Now let's see what that looks like in the code view. So if I go and split and I double click on that, you can see that this is the form tag that has been created for this form. Okay, let's go and stay in our design view, and once we're there, we need to give this form a name, and the reason for that is so that we can identify and control the form later on. So what we'll need to do is under form ID, give it the name of contact. So let's type that one in there. The method drop-down menu is where you choose the method used to transmit the data to a server. The method drop-down menu includes the following choices. Default uses the browser's default setting to submit the form data to a server. Most browsers use the GET method by default. GET includes the form data as part of the URL of the request to the server. GET has a length limitation of 8,192 characters in the URL and is less commonly used to send long forms than the POST method. POST is similar to GET, but it embeds the form data in the header of the server request instead of in the URL. Although the POST method is the most commonly used, Be aware that pages sent by this method cannot be bookmarked and are not encrypted for security purposes. So we're going to leave it on post. Let's go and deselect that, and I want to use these three fields, and I'm going to be putting them in the form itself. So edit cut, into the form, and edit and paste. Right, now we're going to be putting in our text field. So I'm going to click now to the right of the word name, and I'm going to go to text field. We're going to leave this blank. We're going to have the style as wrap with label tag. Position will be before item, and after that we click OK. Now if I click in here, you can see that this text field has its own properties. So this particular text field is going to be called name, and the character width is going to be 55, and the max char is 30. Now if we put password in, then anything that the user types would be shown in asterisks, so we're not going to worry about that. We're going to keep it on single line. Right, let's go and do that a couple more times, and we're going to go to address, we're going to go text field, we're going to leave everything as it is now, so wrap with label tag and before form item, click OK. Click into this, and we're going to call this one address. Character width is 55, max character is 30, and everything is left the same here. And finally into city, state and zip, and we will go to the text field, keep everything as it was, click OK, and we're going to click in here to give it its properties. So in this case we will call it city underscore state underscore postcode, and the width is going to be 55, the characters are going to be 30, and we're going to just click off there. Right, let's give this whole new web page a new name. So we'll go File, Save As, and we're going to make sure it's in our Year 11 folder. We're not going to call it Form Base. What we will call it will be Organic Farm, all lowercase. Organic Form, sorry. Organic Form. Once we've gone and done that, we click Save. And from there, let's go and have a look what it looks like in the browser. So File, Preview in Browser, and there you see the start of our form taking shape. So thanks for watching this video. We've just started putting elements in the form, and we've done a little bit explaining about what each of these elements do. Once you've gone and put in the text fields, come back to me in the next video and we'll continue developing the form. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.